sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
On the floor for Sacramento, Bjelica is out there with Skal Labissiere. Then there's Koufos. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Ferrell in at the 2. Timeout is called first of the game for Sacramento. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
Now, here's Fox. He has 6. Trying to get open is Koufos. Fox, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Here's Bjelica. And the call will be against D. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Koufos kicks to Bjelica. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Koufos with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Inside to stop the run, and it's laid in by Labissiere.
And once Labissiere has that kind of position down there, it's pretty much a wrap. He's really skilled at making it work from there.
Here's D. Koufos grabs the miss. The Kings trail by 15. Fox kicks to Ferrell. Labissiere, the screen. Lets it go from 14. Kept alive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Labissiere's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Hey, guys, there's no substitute for hustle for these rebounds, and Labissiere giving every ounce of energy he has for his team right now.
Now, here's Brogdon. 6 points for him. To the paint. Here's Ferrell. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Here's Ferrell. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
I like seeing Ferrell aggressive and assertive when he's in the painted area because he's innovative in there too.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Koufos. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Milwaukee, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
And so he hits both.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And so it's Milwaukee riding a 15-point. AI recently named the Player of the Week. Here are his thoughts on that recognition.
These past few games, everything has kind of just come easy to me, and that definitely helped me out a big way.
Greg, your thoughts on his week?
Kevin, I just think it's incredible. But I like the fact that he knows it's only for a handful of games. The NBA season is really full of ups and downs, and AI knows that he has got to keep pressing his foot down on the gas.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
Yeah, like an avalanche, Greg, overpowering the defense on the majority of their possessions.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway, we've got Bogdanovich. Zach Randolph is out there with Skal Labissiere. And it's Farrell in at the point guard. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. And Tony Snell, the 20th pick back in 2013 out of New Mexico.
Yeah, and it took him a while to make his mark. His first 3 seasons, rather pedestrian. He was taken by the Bulls, but since joining the Bucks, his game has gone to another level.
Here's Randolph, rebounded by the Bucks.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Bucks working the ball around. The shot's good from D.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
And the call will be against D. That's foul number 2 for him. For Sacramento, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Labissiere, the pass to Bjelica. Back to Labissiere.
And teams have nights like this when the shots that usually drop just won't go down. That's when you have to rely on your defense, and that's the only way to stay in the game.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Bagley, he's checked in for Sacramento. Amon Shumpert has come in for Bjelica. Here's Bogdanovich. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
6 to shoot. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Unloads. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And for Sacramento, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Shot to stop the drought. Rebounded by the Bucks. Zeller's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Snell. He's covered by Bogdanovich. To the middle. Picked by Zeller. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And another three for Milwaukee.
Well, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
And to look now at the four areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bucks.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
D passes to Snell. Off the pick. He gets it in there. Snell's got 4 points now in the quarter. And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him, too, now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
To the inside, with some arc, the shot's good from D. D's got 7.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Farrell can't hit.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Down low. Here's D. That shot off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
A different look for Milwaukee. John Henson comes in for Tyler Zeller. And Middleton subbed in for Tony Snell. Bagley kicks to Randolph. Randolph a screen. Stolen by Middleton. Now the Bucks moving it up. Jumps up. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Milwaukee.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the three. And the Bucks with possession.
Oh my God.
Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here.
What the fuck was that?
Outside jumper.
That was crazy. He like jumped up, let it hit his body.
Pass to Farrell. Pass to Bagley. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. Pass to D. He dishes it to Middleton. Kicks it to Bledsoe. To the inside. The shot's good from D. D's got 9.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
They set the pick. Bledsoe kicks to Henson. Shoots. D gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Tipped away. Here's Bagley. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Middleton's got his second basket. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top 5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
Good.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Sacramento's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Shumpert dishes to Bogdanovich. And there's the pass to Farrell. Floats one up. And Henson pulls it down. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Inside, DiVincenzo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year, and that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Eric Bledsoe, and then for Sacramento, Labissiere's checked in for Bagley. Bjelica comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovich, and it's Fox in for Yogi Ferrell. 5 to shoot. Here's Shumpert. Cranes the three-pointer. Shumpert's got 5 points so far.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry, and you're right on that, but these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match.
Here's Bjelica. The 10-footer. A nice shot by Koufos. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Passes to D. They set the pick. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to D. And Henson kicks to Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Here's D. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 13 points for D.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Joerger. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we're trying to go. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You know, some changes here for the Bucks. D, he's checked in for John Henson. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Sacramento also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Randolph. Labissiere comes in for Bagley. And it's Bjelica in for Iman Shumpert. Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Tyler Zeller. And it's D in at the power forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Lets a floater go, and no problem from Brogdon as he finishes at the rim. Brogdon's got 10.
How about Brogdon with the floating jumper? You know when he's pulling that one out, he's feeling really good.
There's the screen. Right side, Bogdanovich. Knocked away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Labissiere. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Sacramento making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Picked by Zeller. Fox with the steal. It's deflected. And Muhammad kicks to Antetokounmpo. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach you've seen so far from Milwaukee?
Two shots.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
The first free throw is good.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rookie. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in, and Bjelica kicks to Jackson. Here's Labissiere. That's tipped. Left side, Antetokounmpo.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Bjelica passes to Kufis. Labissiere, the screen. Fox misses off the right iron. And you talk about Antetokounmpo's strength, Clark. It serves him well with his attacking style.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Jackson kicks to Labissiere. Jackson setting the pick here for Fox. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And it's easy to see why Antetokounmpo could be MVP of this league. I mean, he can flat out dominate games at times.
Now Fox. He's got 12. Sacramento moving it around. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Bucks. D's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Farrell's checked in for Justin Jackson.
Ridiculous. The steals are just ridiculous.
Muhammad with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's D. Kufis grabs the miss.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Up top, Fox. Defended by Dellavedova. Fox kicks to Farrell. Labissiere, the screen. Jumper off the screen. Got a hand on it. Over to the wing. Dellavedova, that's good. Dellavedova's got 9.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Pass to Bialica. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Farrell. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Farrell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And at only 6 feet tall, Farrell has gumption. Not afraid to take it in amongst the trees.
Antetokounmpo passes to D, and that one is good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Farrell passes to Fox. Can't cash in from close range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Koufos. Dellavedova from outside. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Farrell. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Here's Koufos. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Muhammad gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And here is Fox. 12 points for him. Over Dellavedova, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Milwaukee with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court right now.
I just had a beer overflow on me. Hold on. Chill, Bubba, chill. Oh, all right. Little adventure there, shit. Probably don't.
For the Kings, Davis is out there with Giles. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Farrell. In at the point, DiVincenzo. That one's not going to go. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Bialica. Muhammad covering. Clark fast break fundamentals, centered the ball, run 2 wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the 3 in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
We see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the 3 instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there. He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
have 1.2 seconds left.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like.
I gotta say, if nothing else, the Lockdown Defender is the most rewarding build for playing smart. Like, if you play smart, you can wipe the floor with at least in my career. I don't play Park, so I don't know. I don't know about Park. I don't know how defenders are doing out there. All I'm hearing about is shot creators shooting dumb shit. I mean, I'm putting up that shit, and I'm not even a starter yet. So, it's decent. Oh, the slow grind.
Good win, fellas.
Fucking 90 overall over here. Kill a Cam. Great fucking name, too. The guy's all over it. All of these guys that I'm gonna stuff later. Once I get the badges up, I can already tell. I'm so going to the park. I really think like my first Sandman's debut in the park will be with probably a 90 overall lockdown defender. I get this guy to 90, I'll take him to the park. I don't even want to try it without the badges because I don't. I already know. Plus, there should be a few patches by then. So. You know, this game's got a great soundtrack, but this room, this one freaking room, what is I'm begging you, 2K, fix that. Make it where we just have to do it once. Calm down. And this is a long time, too, to be doing this. 2K's gonna get sued someday. People with finger carpet or something. I'm sure there's a name for it. The cartilage wear out my fingers. I was playing 2K. Shot Creator is like an 89. Like I've been working on it. But I feel so shitty using it. Because it's so glitchy, like you can't, there's nothing anybody can do about it. I mean, until it's fixed or whatever. But like right now, like Shot Creators, if you get even a little bit of an opening, like it's game over. Have any bad hits that are even close? 84, so my next game levels me up. Wow, that's going fast. That is going really fast. Because I only played like 2 or 3 games with him at 87. That's really fast. I think something may have glitched over from one of my other players or something. There's no reason that should be that high already. At 87, I remember 87 to 88 is a trek. Like it takes a while. I don't know, because you're usually not a starter. Everything's kind of. Badges will come as they come. Until you get stats up, so it doesn't matter. I know what I wanted to do. So in case y'all don't know, it's out. Shout out to Agent. There you go. That's Agent's new jumper, and he's right. It's money. Like it's good. I ain't gonna kiss his ass, but yeah, it's a good jumper for sure. That seems off though. That seems like it should be like in between that. That's almost like halfway. That's weird. Something's weird. Aldridge and Durant. Pretty sure that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right. We're gonna give him a shout out, right? Give him caps. There you go. There's the jumper. Thing's money, man. You know, it is what it is. Alright. Can I switch up these layups? I don't know, I'm making a lot of layups that I don't know how, so I'm just gonna leave that. Mess with that. Alright. And change out that jumper. I'm liking this new jumper. And I try to keep my jumper the same on all of my players. I actually gotta go to the next game. I ain't even trying to waste time. Especially the next game levels me up again. Let's get it done, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody,
This guy
welcome
to
to the
88.
NBA on
Damn,
2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, you know
this
him,
guy
Shaquille
yesterday.
O'Neal. You know this guy
That's
too,
great.
Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers
It's funny
going
'cause
up
it
against the
still feels like
Milwaukee
it's leveled
Bucks.
up really slow.
Well, for
Like most of the
Milwaukee,
characters.
they've started the season on an
Especially when you hit
extremely
88,
upbeat
man,
note,
that grind
winning 8 of their
89
first 9
bench.
games. They've been
It's like
solid in
40
just
games.
about every
You're
aspect.
just playing straight up.
And tonight, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's decide on a nickname once and for all. Big fella, you going with the alphabet or the Greek Freak?
Greek Freak is catchier, but as he gets better, he'll become a super freak. Like my main man Joel from high school.
Yes.
He was a freak.
Yes. He may soon be calling him the perennial MVP.
I think Greek Freak has a better ring to it.
Yeah, I do too. But if you think, a lot of teams passed on this guy. I know what they're saying to themselves. You know what they're calling themselves? Dummies.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that was quick. And now we go to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
What's up, Coach?
Don't embarrass him too much tonight,
Should be too many more games before they start.
We are live in Portland as the Trailblazers are about to go into this interconference contest. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Even though I'm
Look at Milwaukee. A great start of the season. He's checked in for the Bucks. And a long way to go, Brent, but there are some early signs of a legitimate playoff contender, championship contender.
When we talk about that, Kevin, you and I always are leery of the fact of how many of these guys have had the experience of being scarred up in the early rounds of the playoffs, having to advance or beat a team that's proven before. Right now, there are some teams out there that are raising our eyebrows where we think they're going to have an opportunity if they keep growing like this and they keep finding this type of consistency. They could be dangerous.
You'd like to think they're going to use those scars, as you say, from the past and motivate them even more.
Well, those are the teams who we believe can always take the next step.
Sure.
It's the young teams that are unproven, even though they're playing well, where we sometimes wonder, will they be able to maintain this kind of focus come playoff time?
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. D out there with Tyler Zeller, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1. Middleton can't get it to go.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. High speed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bledsoe outside. Passes it to Zeller. D. He's covered by Aminu. Shot clock at 6. From 13, Aminu grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 9. To the inside, Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Antetokounmpo's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Now, his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Aminu with it. Now guarded by D to the middle. Here's Lillard. Rebound by D.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Antetokounmpo passes to D. Down low. Here's Bledsoe. Good work defensively by Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Aminu with the screen on Bledsoe. And a deep three from Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Lillard left side. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game, standing maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. But the one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Well, it's not a secret that the strength of this ball club is in the backcourt. Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, these are one of the better pairings in the league in terms of their scoring, playmaking, and devastation that they can provide on the offensive end. Unfortunately, it has not gotten them to the point where they've gotten enough complementary players to go as far as they would like in the postseason.
Here's T. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Curry kicks to Leonard. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And as great as the backcourt is for the Blazers, Brent, they know they need to add more.
Yeah, Evan Turner himself has said that we need more than just Dame and CJ, and the team has lacked a third scoring option for quite some time. Well, the general manager said the roster is a work in progress, so we'll see if they can make some kind of changes to put them over the hump.
Pass to Leonard. Back to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. It's tipped. Goes up again, and scoring with the play inside is Leonard. Leonard's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Now the pass to D. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Tries from 10, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And 11 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to speak with Terry Stotts. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, D.A. And guys, what do you make of David's report putting a premium on offense right away?
I think it's a good plan, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their defense. They can't ignore that part of the game.
Well, I love the fact that there's no player ever in the history of this league that gets excited about a coach who talks about, we're really going to change up our defense and make sure that that's a priority. Guys are always excited about the O.
Here's McCollum. And the shot no good, a bit short. Milwaukee leading by 8. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded now by Harkless. Good on the shot.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Brogdon against McCollum. Leonard sets a screen for McCollum. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. He got right to the cup using that screen. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's a great shooter who can just make plays for others. McCollum with a nice assist that time.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Bucks on top, up by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. We have all seen the incredible dunk. Here's what AI had to say about his viral slam over Corey Harris.
You know, the funny thing about that is that when it happened, I didn't even think about how big it was going to be. You know, Corey and I go way back, so I was just happy to have gotten one over on him. It really wasn't until the next day that when my phone started blowing up that I realized just how big the reaction was to that dunk.
Yeah, I can only imagine the amount of texts and calls that flooded AI's phone after that dunk. My goodness.
And what's interesting, though, is that he didn't even realize what he had done. Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment of a play, and it isn't until after that you see the degree of difficulty of what you just pulled off.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Bucks guys... What jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
They've got Myers Leonard. Seth Curry is out there with McCollum. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Stauskas in at the small forward. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Goes up with a stripe. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. He's got 5.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
Dellavedova kicks to Muhammad. From 12 feet out. That shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, terrific performance. Really synced on both sides of the ball.
Well, particularly on offense, they mixed things up rather well. They scored on all 3 levels.
Leonard trying to break free. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from McCollum.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Muhammad with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
There's Dellavedova. When he's in a good rhythm, he helps space the floor for this basketball team.
McCollum against Brogdon. Leonard with a screen on Brogdon. McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. Defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
And Henson kicks to Dellavedova. Henson with the screen. And the rejection by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from McCollum. They set the pick. Here's Muhammad. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Muhammad's got his first points in this one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
McCollum kicks to Leonard. Back to McCollum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
And Muhammad gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Well, the Bucks with a superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo. The critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer. And with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
Brogdon the pass to Dellavedova. Passes it to D. Back to Dellavedova. Henson, a screen on Curry. Dellavedova, that's good.
Dele, usually unselfish, that time keeps it himself and knows what to do in the flow of the offense.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Yeah, that's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Henson gets it to go on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Henson's got his second bucket of the night.
Coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Eric Bledsoe at one point, Brent, maybe the best defender in the league at the point guard position, multiple knee surgeries later. Where do you think he stands now?
I think there's been some regression from what he could do athletically, Kevin. So now you have to start to rely on your skill. His offensive game has grown a little bit, and he's around a superstar. That should make it easier to set up some opportunities where he could be more consistent offensively, especially shooting the basketball.
Lillard from outside. Mark that as his fifth miss in 7 shots.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Henson, a screen on Kerr. DiVincenzo. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
Here's Snell. And it's Portland with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And there were a few teams that gave them trouble last year, but this team was one that you wouldn't have expected.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Bledsoe against Aminu. It's stolen by Aminu. Trying to get back on track. The shot by Harkless, no good. Bucks leading by 12. D, he's covered by Aminu. And Henson kicks to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. D passes to Bledsoe. DiVincenzo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Aminu with a screen on Bledsoe. And that one's good. Lillard.
Yeah, getting caught on the screen and roll is just a killer there, especially guarding Lillard. Trigger just too quick.
D, he's covered by Aminu. Bledsoe kicks to Henson. Back to Bledsoe. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through 2.
He's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Bucks Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's John Henson. Then it's D. And it's Zeller in at the 4 slot. Drops in the tray.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
Antetokounmpo against McCollum. The feed now to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 6th assist on the night. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. McCollum against Antetokounmpo. Deflects the pass. And Henson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Henson, a screen on McCollum. Here's Antetokounmpo. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Antetokounmpo's got 17 now.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Lillard from outside buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Lillard producing right now and finding ways to torch this defense, just filling up the stat sheet.
Pick by Zeller. Back to Antetokounmpo. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 19 points.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
McCollum passes to Aminu, and there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint.
D.
And the Bucks with possession here. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on McCollum. Shot clock at 6. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play.
Last season, the Blazers were at a bit of a crossroads, wondering if they should start over and make some major changes. Some rumblings at the trade deadline of maybe one of their diminutive guard positions might have been on the move, but they stayed with the group. Terry Stotts did a remarkable job and made some slight changes to the game plan and got them to the 3rd seed.
To the middle, here's D. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. With the core of Lillard and McCollum, not easy to break that up.
Well, as bad as the first round might have been for the Blazers last year in terms of getting swept, it's very unique to have that kind of skill in the backcourt and hard to give up on. It's a team that won 13 straight in 2018, so the talent is there. It's just about the pieces and establishing a new chemistry with those pieces that'll be imperative for the Blazers. Well, amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they'd get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again maybe this season.
Screen by Nurkic. Lillard against Brogdon. And it's McCollum in the corner. Nurkic, it's not going to go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. The rebound by D. D's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Middleton on the wing. Kicks it to Henson. They set the pick. D passes to Antetokounmpo. Out left to the wing. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Screen by Nurkic. Shoots over Henson. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6.
And Nurkic testing his luck from the mid-range.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Back to Antetokounmpo. Gristle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players, Brent, are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
McCollum, one of the best shooters in the NBA. Any range, Brent, any shot, he can knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit of a down year in 18 for Lillard, but the way that he can score and the efficiency with which he can score is just remarkable. I really like to watch the pace he plays with, Kevin. I mean, he finds spots on the floor to get to and has that length and kind of never sped up sort of mentality on the offensive end. Becomes very, very dangerous. Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and then came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
To the paint, here's Harkless. It's deflected.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And for McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game even after coming into the league so polished. And how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
Back to Dellavedova. It's Brogdon on the wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The shot's good from D.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
McCollum against Brogdon. Fires from 14. McCollum, no good. Milwaukee leading by 23. Down low, Harkless with the steal. Here's McCollum. 19 points in the game. He kicks it to Leonard. They set the screen. Dishes to Curry. McCollum outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The shot by Brogdon wide open. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Well, Brogdon just has a great feel as to when he should shoot it. Most of the time, it's in rhythm and within the offense.
Again, McCollum missing.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
First personal foul into the lineup of the Bucks. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Kings. Pass to Stauskas. Up top, Leonard. Over in the corner, Harkless. Here's Stauskas. Muhammad covering. Outside Curry. Over Dellavedova. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 9 points. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Dellavedova dishes to Muhammad. And the shot goes in. Muhammad's got his third basket of the night right there.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And the basket by McCollum.
And no one's slowing him down tonight. McCollum just too focused with this matchup.
Dellavedova, the pass to Henson. Henson, a screen on Curry. Here's D. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Trailblazers.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
The first free throw is good.
Well, there's one thing the Bucks have, and that's an abundance of players with tremendous length. It can make it very difficult on offenses to try to find lanes and gaps and seams to get in there and score. So the tighter they are defensively, the more disruptive the Bucks could be.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Henson. Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. Leonard kicks to McCollum. And it's off from 3-point range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Muhammad, the pass to D. To the middle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. D's got 9 points in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
The pass to Curry. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Clearly a foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Here's Snell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have firsthand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to go.
It was fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing, Kevin. Thank you.
And they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Too, right? Helps the league and notoriety and everything else.
Why not?
Al Farouk Amino is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Seth Curry. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Stauskas in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he could not be stopped on offense. Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Dellavedova kicks to Muhammad. Zeller trying to free himself up, and Muhammad gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 18.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now, the team came in fired up from the opening tip. You could see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
Some offense. Probably not gonna be like. I knew it was like 2 or 3 straight level ups. Like, it was nothing but defense. You gotta give me some offense.
Big time.
Dominate.
Exactly.
What a play.
Let's see what it gave us. So, standing lineup 71-65, 73-66. It's something. I mean, it's giving me 2. So that's kind of a junk level up. That sucks. But okie dokie. It's going pretty fast, actually. What's up with the endorsements? What we got?
Hey, Veronica, how you doing?
You were cooking out there last night, Killer.
Oh, thank you. So, what's going on?
I'm bearing witness to the rise.
Look, okay, you can mellow a little bit with the trademarks. It's okay.
Look, I know you want to fit in, but you don't have to fall behind. Okay, the vet's like a leader. And you have to get used to trademarks because both Foot Locker and Gatorade called to talk.
About me?
No, about your mom.
Oh, you got jokes. Okay.
Of course, about you. They're noticing your story. They're noticing your game. People are starting to look at you, and I am telling you, America loves a comeback.
Wow. So, I mean, who's first?
You tell me. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, let's get our Gatorade.
Great. I'll set it up for later this week.
Badges are gonna come as I do that anyways. Might as well just play straight. I'll go get my turbo. Back to the board. Good thing it's not like older games where you have to like break the gym and practice to get your stats and then you just play games. That's how these games used to be. So like people would sim games. Nothing like that. I got .2 on that one. One more. Rock. And I'm actually going to just let this one go because I just want the Gatorade thing. And I'm going to heat up a cup of coffee and get ready for this next bunch of craziness that's about to go down.
2K Sports pregame show.
Team, like, a lot of our points come from inside. And our
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Warriors out in Oakland. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest. Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's a different...
All-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in the discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
I don't know what Kenny is saying. It's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And of course, the big news, Eric Bledsoe out with the injury.
Kevin, he went down that last game, and he's not available tonight. But from the injury report, doesn't look like he's going to miss an extended period.
The interesting matchup tonight. We have two teams red hot. And you know what, Steve? Neither want to see their streaks end.
Kevin, these two teams are lighting it up. You love when both teams are playing extremely well, and you can't pick an area where either team has the advantage. It's good to watch two great teams go at it.
Well, a high level of scrutiny for this Warriors team. Last season, they led the league in technicals and ejections. Smitty, how important is it for them to get a handle on that?
Well, it's not a good look for them, but they have some competitors. But you have to challenge in the right way. Play with poise, and they're fine when they're on the court.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Cousins with a screen on Antetokounmpo, stolen by Middleton. Moving it up. It's stolen by Green. Passes it to Durant. Curry kicks to Green. There's the pass to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Putting a little creativity into it. Durant usually making it look easy, but not here.
And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Antetokounmpo.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Green, the screen. There's a good screen. There's the three. Durant, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. D passes to Dellavedova. 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo against Durant. The lead pushed to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Cousins with a screen on Middleton. Middleton against Thompson. Over Middleton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Klay Thompson came ready-made to the NBA as far as his three-point shooting goes, Steve. But what impresses you most with how he's developed the rest of his game?
Well, he was a shooter. Now he's a scorer. He can post up, he can knock it down from the mid-range, and he can make plays off the dribble now. You can tell he spent a lot of time on his footwork.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Jordan Bell comes in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. Dellavedova dishes to Zeller. Pass to D. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Off target from three-point range. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Brogdon and Middleton pair up at the 1 and the 2. John Henson out there with D. And it's Lopez in at the center position.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
The lead now in single digits. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green.
That takes poise, patience, and vision. Great pass by Kevin Durant.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Middleton against Thompson, and Middleton kicks to Brogdon. Back to Middleton. Henson with the screen. Pass to Brogdon. Just 5 on the clock. Henson with the screen, and that one's good, Brogdon.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Warriors trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Down low. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Thompson. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't give Durant this kind of look and expect to get a stop.
D, defended by Durant. It's good. D's got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Milwaukee's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Curry against Brogdon. The dish now to Middleton. Henson with the screen. Back to Brogdon. Middleton outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
Curry against Brogdon. Curry passes to Durant. Green, the screen. Durant kicks to Green. Passes it to Curry. Green, the screen. No good on the triple.
And they continue to control the glass.
There's the pick. Henson with the screen. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. He feeds it to Lopez. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Steve, we're seeing a lot of big contracts that include a no-trade clause. Just how much peace of mind does that give a player to know that clause is in that contract?
Kevin, I'm so jealous. I wish I had a no-trade clause on a lot of my teams. Some of those teams I got traded from, I didn't want to go. And I think it does, like you said, give these players a peace of mind to understand they are in control of their destiny. And then you can see sometimes it gets a little ugly when the organization wants to trade those players, but they can't.
Well, it basically handcuffs an organization. They can't make the moves like the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony. They were tied up a lot of the times because he would say, no, I don't want to go to that particular team.
Yeah, and the Knicks, they only can fault themselves. They gave him the no-trade clause.
Right. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Kevin Durant. Lopez up top. D passes to Brogdon. Back to Henson. And there's the pass to D.
You keep expecting me to do something with this.
Got a piece of it. Durant with the steal.
He's hitting threes, dunking, fucking doing everything.
Thompson against Middleton. Thompson left side. And the wide open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Milwaukee leading by 8. Pass to D. Kicks it down to Middleton. There's a screen. Passes it to D. Here's Henson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lopez outside. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Buries the long-range jumper. Brogdon's got 12.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Brogdon against Curry. Pass to Cousins. Outside Durant. Knocked loose.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Thompson with it. A 26-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
Middleton outside. To the right side. And Henson kicks to Middleton. Here's D. The kick out to Lopez. Henson the pass to Middleton. There's the 3. Here's D. They shoot again. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Durant. Puts it up. Offensive rebound.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
They pounded the glass every time down the floor, and it's clear that they want to win that rebounding battle.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Warriors trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 17 points in the game.
And no hesitation attacking the defense. Body to body, Durant with an impressive finish.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Kevin Durant last season becoming the second youngest player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points, trailing only LeBron James. That's elite company.
Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. And you think KD has an outside chance to set the all-time scoring record?
I do. I wouldn't put it past him. Height and shooting sets are two things that you don't lose with age.
Here's the break. On up the court. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Bucks shooting their fifth. And so it's Milwaukee looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
I had no shit. 2 points. We can't score at all. Like, zero chances.
Margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Kevin Durant. Milwaukee also making some changes. D, he's checked in for Henson. And it's Muhammad in for Chris Middleton. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Thompson. Iguodala and Green, the duo went forward. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Cousins in at the 5. Roaming the paint. That's the Warriors' 5. Curry against Brogdon. Fires the 3. Curry's shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Muhammad on the wing. Inside, D battles through traffic and lays it in. And it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Green, the screen. Here's the screen. And there's the pass to Thompson. Shoots over Muhammad, and it's Golden State with another.
Excellent touch from the mid-range. Klay Thompson's jump shot. It's good from anywhere.
Muhammad, the pass to D. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Steve, we talk a lot about team defense, but who in your mind are some of the best on-ball defenders in the game now?
Kawhi Leonard is fantastic. Avery Bradley, Marcus Smart.
I don't understand.
Draymond Green does a nice job. Even Klay Thompson, he's asked to guard a whole bunch of different guys. The list goes on and on of guys being able to slide their feet without fouling. It's beautiful to watch.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Ball's knocked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Muhammad. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Warriors. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And when you look at Milwaukee, they've started this year as well as they could have hoped. Playing great basketball, probably exceeding preseason expectations.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Zeller comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Brogdon. And that one drops. And that's now 25 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors trail by 16. Curry kicks to Jerebko. Screen by Cousins. Here's Curry. No good that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
It's always interesting. You're not exactly sure what you're going to get, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
Just 5 to shoot. Dellavedova, that's good.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Curry, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
On near Iguodala as he lets it go. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Iguodala's got 5 now.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Nice. Yep, that one goes. 7 points for Shabazz Muhammad.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Something went on in that locker room. They've come out aggressive, but also extremely focused.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
They set the pick. Dellavedova, the pass to D. Back to Dellavedova. Inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Warriors trail by 18. Curry kicks to Jerebko. Thompson outside. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot off the pick. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 8 points for him.
DeMarcus is a load to stick with coming off the screen. He can drive, he can rise and fire. Whatever you take away, he's got an answer.
Chalk up 2 there. And the Bucks lead by 18.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Passes to Jerebko. Screen by Cousins. Jerebko dishes to Thompson. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Practice makes perfect. Thompson is just lights out on these shots.
There's a good screen. Antetokounmpo passes to Zeller. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's against Jerebko. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Zeller.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Cousins against Zeller. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 6 in the quarter.
Aggressive move by one of the most talented bigs in the game. DeMarcus Cousins is focused right now.
Pick by Zeller. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, is 3 of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the 2 things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make a different choice.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Jordan Bell's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Thompson. Warriors trail by 18. Curry kicks to Livingston. Back to Curry. Pass to Cousins. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 13 points here for Cousins. And the pass to Zeller. There's the pick. To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Andre Iguodala. The Bucks have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. That's good from D. Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. The Bucks also with the sub. Snell's checked in. Both free throws good from D.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Outside Curry. From outside, off the mark.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Warriors trail by 17. Durant, wide open, he fires. Misses the wing J.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
D passes to Zeller. He kicks it to Snell. Dellavedova from outside. The Warriors pull it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
They set the pick. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Pass to Snell. Three-pointer. And no good that time. Durant with some nice D. Now, here's Livingston. Defense right on him. Curry outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists now tonight. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Memphis.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
No, it's only 14 points.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. John Henson out there with D. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Chris Middleton.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Kicks it to Henson. D, defended by Bell. Henson, a screen on Curry. Passes it to D. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Trading bombs from beyond the arc is getting personal.
The shot by Curry, no good. Milwaukee leading by 14. Pass to Snell. Tries again. The Bucks working the ball around. There's the pass to D. To the paint. Second chance shot. Misses from short range.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Outside Durant. He dishes it to Cousins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for DeMarcus Cousins, it's just good to see him back and seemingly not with any ill effects of that Achilles injury.
Injuries like that are always scary, especially to big men. With Cousins, you never worried about him missing so much time. The concern was him.
Into the lineup of the Bucks. D. Shooting Golden State. Klay Thompson. With one.
That free throw good from Thompson.
What's impressive about Klay Thompson? Yes, he is one of the Splash Brothers, but that doesn't mean he has to score to be effective.
Now, here's Brogdon. Here's D with the teardrop, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 4 assists in the game. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers. To the inside. Green, no luck. Milwaukee leading by 12. It's Brogdon on the wing. Over to the wing. Lopez passes to D. And here is Brogdon. He's covered by Thompson. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Thompson uses those long arms to bother his man there. Gotta hang on to the ball tight around him.
Middleton on the wing. Lopez passes to Brogdon. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
The fans really get their money's worth when they get to see him make plays like that.
Shoots a fader. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 20.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Lopez, a screen on Thompson. Brogdon kicks to Lopez. To the paint. Here's D. Here's Middleton. A beautiful reverse layup. Middleton's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket there from Durant.
Former NBA scoring champion KD likes the looks he's seeing tonight, applying constant pressure on the offensive end.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Golden State running out of time. He kicks it to Durant. The fadeaway. Rebounded by the Bucks. D's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Down low. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
If anybody came in here expecting an off night from KD, think again. A spectacular game for one of the NBA's greats.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're up by 10. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Curry. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Durant.
Oh my God, they're just
and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 8 now on the night. Thompson against Middleton. To the middle. Here's D. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Warriors trail by 10. Durant for 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
This is just what Draymond does. Rising to the occasion. Showing up every night.
Milwaukee has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Shots good by Middleton.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on them.
Fades and shoots and misses it off the right side of the rim. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Bucks.
The bench gave them a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Lets it go from 14. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Thompson. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Alt.
Such a shitty sound. Because I wanted minutes. I think that was a mistake now, looking back. Because we're talking about like a few games.
Yeah, have y'all gotten any word about the MJ golf tournament this year?
Well, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm pooped.
When there's win,
Credit this guy quite a bit. 87 overall. His defensive stats are fucking, I mean, I don't know. I'm still 50-50. I mean, he's definitely, when you play smart, it doesn't, like, you know, spam a 98 overall Kevin Durant on you. It's kind of fun to play with, not so much because you're going to do, like, highlight plays, but just because, like, playing smart actually is rewarding. So, I think I'll probably stick with it, actually. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching if you did, guys.